I want to talk to you today about how to get a reluctant reader to actually read for pleasure. And there are many solutions. This video is strictly about classics in graphic form. So there are several graphic novels, several types of graphic novels. One of them is manga, and there's actually a series called Manga Classics. I'm holding one of them. For those of you who don't know, the titles are following the Japanese style of going from right to left. So you actually start with the back of the book. The back of the book looks like the title of what we're used to, being the front cover. And so when you open it up, you read from right to left, from top to bottom. And so it's a little different, which some of these kids that are not interested in reading, they might find it interesting. They might not. If it's frustrating, then manga might not be the way to go. But there's Emma by Jane Austen, and I know for sure they've got Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility in that series. There's Hamlet by William Shakespeare, and let me tell you, the words are exactly William's words. So if that's another barrier for your child, you might want to get a different Shakespeare, like an adaptation. But yeah, this is what it looks like inside. And so your kid might be interested in reading these classics in this form. There's Anne of Green Gables. Personally, I didn't quite like it. Um, I read it just so I know what I'm talking about. My kids are not that much into manga, so it's I we looked at them, but it's not something that we've consumed again and again. I'm just out here to tell you that this is an important solution. It could be a solution for your problem. Here's a regular graphic novel, The Odyssey, by Homer, obviously, and it's from left to right, and it's going to be in color. So this is in color, and it's easier to read, and it doesn't have the official um, the original words, obviously not the original. I'm talking about the words of Homer as translated word for word from Greek into English. It's not like that. It's an adaptation. We also had an Anne of Green Gables. Hang on a minute. I did not bring it here. So Anne of Green Gables, no, I've shown you that. It's this other Anne. Bless her heart. Anne Frank's Diary. This was very, very hard to read. Okay, I've always found it very, very difficult to read anything about the Holocaust, anything about the Second World War's horrific persecution of Jews, and so reading this has been a task. Okay, so but it's very well done. It looks like this. It's not manga style. It's from left to right, and the author and the team behind this book are like professors in Israel. They've done some interesting things. Let me see if I can find the pages where. Okay, so this is the famous page where Anne is discovering things about her own body. And so I was like, how are they going to put that into pictures? What is that going to look like? Well, it looks like that. So they leave a lot of things instead of having them graphically described, or shown rather. They leave her own words out there, which makes it interesting because you're going to have a bunch of pictures and just a few words on one page, and then you're going to have a whole page with words. So all in all, very well done. The graphic adaptation of Anne Frank's diary. And who knows, if you have a reluctant reader who enjoys this, they might want to read the actual diary of a young girl or something like that. I think that's the official title. But this is adapted by Ari Folman, and the illustrations are by David Polonsky. I found all these titles in my local library. I'm very sure your local library will probably carry some of these graphic novels. So give it a try and see if your reluctant readers are going to be intrigued, and maybe after this they can pick up others, or at least they can get exposure to the classics, and you can go afterwards into the actual unabridged normal full length novel.